Welcome back, rivals. This is Xonia, and you are in the zone. Today, we are going to be starting Arcade Season 2. HQ1 was released on Wednesday. It's Sunday for me now, so it's been a few days. Maybe some of you have already finished it, but I'm very much looking forward to this new arcade season. Season 2 is supposed to be completely free unless you want to spend more money in order to get, you know, whatever, more of the dragons or whatever. I'm actually going to narrate this first one, hopefully for you. Again, this is the deck we're going to be using, the same one, just to see if this still works out. It's Sacrom and Uppers. I never explained this last time, really. The main idea here is obviously I wanted Sacrom because with Grax and Uranus, we've got some amazing DR in the deck already. When we've got cards like Uppers, we can afford to just ult our way to victory, and then Makra is another big card that's got DR that we can use either way. Jackie can come in and cut through any kind of DR. Salzburg, Jose Star, Zapman can just be ulted either for all the damage that they have, or forcing quite a few pills, allowing our other cards to come in later and mop up for the win. Overall, hopefully this deck will serve us well. We will see whether or not it actually works out in the end, but let's give it a shot. If you guys are interested in seeing me play this with commentary, then we're going to have to wait until the weekend every day because I don't have time to commentate this during the week. However, I will be able to do a little bit more with this on the weekend. If you do not really care about hearing me talk about how I am playing through Arcade, you just want to play through it on your own, then you can go ahead and let me know that down in the comments as well, and then perhaps I will just not do any commentary for this, and maybe I can get it out a little earlier for you and just record like I did for Season 1 with no sound whatsoever. So here we have Arcade. I have only very briefly gone into Arcade just to see what the inside kind of looked like, but I have not touched a single thing. I have not played a single game. So let's go ahead and start. I wanted you guys to see my initial reaction as well for pretty much everything. This loading screen, absolutely amazing. It looks like we can click back. I guess this is the new... We can look at each one. Alright, so I'm assuming we can guess what some of these are if we didn't already know. Oh, how do I go back? Oh, there we go. Okay, apparently it's a little bit harder to get this back button. Okay, so our first place is going to be the Pussycats. So obviously it looks like we're going to be playing against Pussycats. Why do I have 7 stars? I haven't even done anything yet. What? I'm really confused. Oh no, that's my friend. That's my... Okay, so that's our... Never mind. Alright. I'm going crazy here. So it looks like our new arcade tickets are here. If we want to unlock everything... I don't... Save 0 credits by unlocking the full season for 0 credits. Bye! Impossible to buy all missing adventures. Okay, anyway. Looks like our star count is over here again. This is what you click whenever you want to get your reward. So for those of you going, I have no idea how this works. When you reach the amount you need in order to get a star value, you must click up here. It should be flashing or whatever. It looks like this. Oh, this lets us switch between seasons. So you got Season 1 and Season 2. The look is a little bit different. I really enjoyed having the look of the actual city in the last one, but you can still get to see everything here. It's still flashing up here. If I click collect again, no chest reward for me. Okay, so I've already collected. I can collect nothing again, but it's still flashing. I'm not really sure why. Anyway, all right. So let's go back to Season 2. Excellent way to switch between seasons. I think that makes it very, very simple. You could click the previous. I'm assuming that just takes me back as well. Or you can go to next. Okay, that's great. Works out really well. Still got normal and hardcore. Oh, I clicked forward and it didn't go anywhere. Alright, so I guess we're going to have to access Season 2 via the button like this. That's fine. No problem. So, let's click it and get started. The Training Path of Revenge, normal. Alright, looks like it's the same style. We've got 2 red dragons here. I can't read that. It's too small for me right now. Oh well, that's fine. So we've got our intro. Make sure we click on one. So it looks like it's the same here for KO, life, and pills. So for pills, star, we need to win with 3 or more pills left, which is excellent. That's why we have our attack manipulation clan right now, so it's easier to have more pills left. 6 or more health points, that's why we've got all the DR to make that easier. KO, it's very easy to KO with all of our cards right now. So let's go ahead and get started and see how it goes versus Pussycats, and see if we can, maybe I can use this in order to help you understand a little bit more about Kate's AI, hopefully. Alright, looks like we've got Cherry, Ellie Mae, Phelan, and Loria. We are first. We've got Uranus, Jackie, CR, Salzburg, and Zatman, CR. So obviously we're going to be doing a whole lot more damage, a whole lot less damage, which is a bit unfortunate. We got to look out for Cherry on round 1. Alright, let's see. Well, I don't really mind Cherry. Cherry's not that big of a problem for me, even if it's just a 2-pill for Cherry. Let's just start with the Salzburg and see what happens. A lot of times you'll see absolutely nothing. None of the cards can pull me down. We're not going to probably see Ellie Mae or Loria, probably Phelan or Cherry. Cherry's the best one here. I would expect to see quite a few pills on Cherry. Worried for that SOA. But Salzburg is going to actually do more damage this way by losing. Fantastic. That's actually just what we wanted, because now our opponent has, like, absolutely no life left. The difficult part now is going to be getting that KO against the Pussycats, because now they will also have the heal. Okay, so I think the best way to do that is to start with your highest damage cards. So we're gonna go ahead and start with a Jackie CR here. Phelan, even with this, would just be 20, so if I just play one more pill, we can stop pretty much anything. And Phelan would know, well, we'll do this anyway, just to make sure. Again, this is only going to get us a grand total of 4 damage, but that's okay, because they're going to get the 2 back from Cherry this round. But at 6, that means that I can go ahead and finish this off with Zatman. No, I cannot. I cannot quite finish it. Oh, boogers. It's okay. So, what do we want to do here? See if we did the 5, even if it was just 3. I have to Fury with both of these cards in order to win. So this is the best round, I guess, to do this. Looks like we're not going to be getting all of our pills, not getting everything here, but we will definitely win this round, because even if they decide to play more than 0 pills here against Uranus, it's only going to be 1 damage, and Zatman can very easily come back from this. No problem whatsoever. Expect to see a 0 pill because they know they're only going to get 1 damage. Yep, there we go. And so we will not get the pills star. We will not be able to get all 3 stars on this first round. That's fine. Probably should have led with Jackie CR instead, just to make sure that Cherry did not make things a royal pain here. So we've got 28 minus the 14 is going to just be 14 as well. So we can mop this up as such, and we will need to come back in and win again with 3 remaining pills, but that's quite simple. We can mop that up easily later. Alright, again, so the key there was remembering that even if Uranus there in that round 3 had lost, I still would have been able to win with Zatman either way, and so when it's basically all coming down to that last one, then you don't really need to worry about them playing pills, because they will always try to win the round that actually matters to them. Let's just continue on, and so since that next to last round versus Uranus did not matter, there's no reason for the AI to play any pills. Alright, we have no healing this time, which is good. We got Betty, Brittany, Ella, and Ivana. It looks like maybe it's going to be better to come back in here with a little more damage or non-DRable damage. That would serve us a little bit better than what we have right now. Not that we can't win, just that it's going to be a little bit harder to get these KOs. So, where do we want to start here? Ella, Ivana, Brittany, and Betty. Well, as normal, I usually just go ahead and toss one of my 2 stars first. So we'll start with Jose Star, see if we either get a free damage or if we get severely overpilled. Severe overpill means that you've already won. The no pill free damage. With betting, I'm guessing it's going to be quite a few. And there we have it. So probably what's happening here, usually the AI will do its best to try and outpill you, try and stop a Fury all-in for some reason. So playing a card with only 6 power is actually more beneficial, because, let's see, it's not going to do me any good to go ahead and Fury with that, man. So I may as well, could still win if they played anything else. So we'll just play one more, just in case. I doubt the AI has actually done anything here, which is fine. Yep, there we go. So it's better to have a card with 6 power or 7 power at first, because then they will throw a 7 to 8 power card with lots of pills in order to try and stop you. That is the general idea here. Let's see, what do we have next? Ivana would be the best at 5, 25, or 4, 29. I say 21, so I need at least 4 pills. And Fury. 5 more damage. Again, it looks like we will not be getting the KO. So this time, rather than getting the KO, we're gonna probably should have just shot for the pills and enough life at the end. Obviously, against Pussycats, it looks like keeping enough life is not going to be too difficult. Okay. This is a very interesting clan to start off against, in my opinion. So here again, we want to maximize the amount of stars we get. There's no point, we cannot Fury for more, so let's make sure we leave that 3. Leave our 3 pills, so this time we will be getting the pills star and the life remaining star. And we can come back in for the KO later. Oh, my XP reserve is full again. Still full. That's okay. I'm not in any hurry. I do not believe there are any more things, any more arcade missions that I have. I finished all of my arcade missions up from last time. I left a few of them open in order to get more later, which was very nice. Alright, next we've got Candace, Clover, Noelle, Ivana, and Noemi versus Murray, Jackie, CR, Jose Star, and Zapman, CR. Alright, so again, usually start with this 2-star, let them go much further in, though this time we may actually see Clover Noelle come out. In fact, I am betting Clover Noelle will come out, because overall it's a +1 life gain if Clover Noelle is played against Jose Star, which is worth more than, I believe, the all-in Candace or whatever. Yep, you'll probably see Clover Noelle with 0 pills. Whenever the AI can do something like that, where they end up with the largest points for the least amount of pills, that is what you will see Kate do. This time we've seen Candace, and I do believe Candace will be played with 0 pills. That would be my guess, because whenever there is a card like Jackie CR that can automatically just destroy a card like Candace, usually you do not see any pills played. So I'm going to try to call this with Murray. This could be very dangerous. That's okay if we lose though. Alright, there we go. So again, if you see a card that has a natural SOA counter, and then you see another card that's remaining, like Noemi here, that's only got, 5 power and really relies on her ability, you know that the card played before that can be killed, they are very much expecting you to play Jackie CR. And so you can counter that and end up winning by simply taking care of business, shall we say, in another way. So, looking at this, it looks like we probably want to modify the deck that we're using, otherwise we're going to have to go through and do another star for, or do another run for all of these missions, and I'd rather not do I'd like to try and get some of these with all 4 if possible. So what do we want to run next? The issue here is that if we save Jackie, we're gonna see Ivana for sure, because so that means that Noemi will go pretty much all in. So I think the safe thing here to do then is to play Jackie CR first, because we will not see Noemi versus Jackie CR. That would be absolute suicide for the AI, and it is not stupid. Instead, we will then see a 0-pill Ivana. Again, when there is a natural stop card, whenever you play SOA, you're definitely going to get that stop card played against you. It's just way too tempting, and there's no reason to try and go in against Jackie. And so, again, we're only going to get that 1 damage, but you know what? That's perfectly fine, because we're just aiming to win. And that's exactly what we're going to be able to do. My guess is we'll see Noemi played with just 10 pills, because there's no other way. But even if we saw 13, then that would be what? Well, anyway, we're going to be tied with power, and then we're going to have 14, which means that we need to play up to this amount in order to stop Noemi. And I have a feeling, even though I really want to play less, I think I can get away with trying to get the 3 extra. Oh, they did go all in. Excellent. I'm glad I did not. Occasionally, the AI will not go all in. It will leave 3 if it believes that there's no point. And all that. All right, so we only got 1 star for that one, which is very unfortunate. All right, so let's go back to the room. What other arcade decks do I have available to me right now? Commandant missions, Raptors, Hurricane. I like to do La Junta, but I guess I'm just gonna go through with my deck this time anyway. I'll just clean up the rest of the stars later, and you guys don't need to see all of that. You just need to see me win, because then at that point it's basically just brute force the rest of the things that you have. Alright, so we've got Mina, Roxy, Ellie Mae, and Baby QRB versus Makra, Jackie, Jose Star, and Zatman CR. So we're gonna start obviously with Jackie CR this time. I'm not gonna play anything on Jackie because I just don't see a reason. Normally I would start with Jose Star, but again, we've got this heal, and I really don't want to have to deal with +3 from Mina. Usually throwing a card like Jackie CR first round will be met with basically a card played with nothing or a whole bunch. Well, will we actually see a few pills on Roxy? No. Excellent. As about the best we could have hoped for, so we don't need to worry about Roxy anymore. We get 4 damage in. We don't have to worry about heal just yet. So we're in a pretty nice situation as of right this moment. We got Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae has the ability to get 5 damage, which is more than what I have. And I would have to win my other matches. I'm just gonna, again, I just want to see what's gonna happen here. There could be a 0 pill because of Zatman being able to just absolutely kill Ellie Mae. Yep, alright. Pussycats just trying to bide its time, knowing that it only really needs to get that 1 win, perhaps with Baby QRB. We're not going to give them that kind of satisfaction, so instead, we will go ahead and play Makra. We will be able to win no matter what on our next round, but if we are able to, maybe we can even get a KO. Obviously with Makra here, we're going to force at least 1 pill play. And again, we've been able to finish this with just an old, which is excellent. If we are lucky and they go pretty far in on this round, then we will also be able to pick up the pill, or if Mina has played this round. Okay, we do see Mina, excellent. How many pills? Just 2. Doesn't matter though, because Zatman is going to be able to do more than enough in order to win against Baby Q. Probably could have played 1 more anyway, because Zatman is going to destroy Baby Q here. We only get -4, but even if they go all 12 with a Baby Q, that's going to be 72, -4 is 68. I do not even need that much, so we cannot get the KO. There's no reason to go in further than that, so let's get our star and our life star. If we can come away with 2 of the 3 stars. That makes it very easy to go for the final star. You can come in with a very specific deck and finish that up later and not spend too much time here in arcade. After all, the main goal is not to use any real money or credits on this so that you can earn as much as possible from it. Now obviously this is not, the most difficult thing ever, especially when you have the kind of card pool that I have as well. As a newer player, this might be a little bit more difficult. It looks like some decks that might work really well against Pussycats would be maybe SOB or something else, some cards with protection damage, lots of DR yourself in order to prevent them from getting some kind of pill lead. We'll go ahead and just lead with Salzburg because he's only got 5 power. I expect we will probably see Choco, and Choco will probably go in a fairly decent way, knowing that Choco can stop my life gain. Perfectly fine with that. No problem there. There is Choco, and drawing out the card that we would love to get rid of, and with only 4 damage and playing all of their pills, we no longer have to worry about this round. So I think this time we'll just go ahead and fast forward straight through. Excellent. So again, we come away with 2 of our stars, which is fine. There was no way we could have gotten that KO even if we Furied everything. Let's head back to the menu. I'm going to exit out in order to make sure that all of the lag is gone. So, alright, we're back now. Let's go ahead and hit fight. Now that we are at stage 6, now is when things really start to get tricky. Even when you're going for the hardcore stars, you should never, ever, 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 ever use credits until you have at least made this far. If you use it before now, you're just begging to get yourself in a lot of trouble, because once you spend credits, you're going to continue spending credits until you finish. You're not going to spend a few and then be like, well, this one just didn't work out on stage 7 and then quit. You're going to go, I already spent credits, let's spend some more. So obviously you do not want to end up getting yourself into more trouble there. I'm going to go ahead and start with Uranus because Jazel here is obviously quite the troublemaker with the Revenge SOA. Could start with Jose Star, maybe I should have, but anyway, we're going to start with Uranus in order to keep the damage to a minimum. We've played 1 additional in case there is a 2-pill Wanda. Occasionally the AI does try to trick you that way, but in general, when met with Uranus, you're going to see pretty much nothing. And here's the Clover, which is good. We get rid of Clover. 0 pills, as normal. Obviously, it seems like the AI's general idea here is if it thinks that you don't have enough damage, then it's not going to play that many pills. And so that's one of the things here, because it knows that I cannot KO it pretty much no matter what, especially not right off the bat. Go ahead and go with Jose Star again, because Jose Star forces at least a 3-pill Wanda. Again, I'm more likely expecting to see a 0-pill. Yep. Which is fine. The main thing here, it seems, with the Pussycats is just to keep your cool. If you're playing a deck like mine that doesn't have a whole lot of damage, but is more olding, trying to make sure you get those getting the pill star, just don't lose your cool. You're going to be just fine. Don't worry about it. Here we're going to throw a Makra because Makra is going to force the Jazel play. And since we have our ability, that means there's going to be at least 2 pills needed to be played by Jazel, which then means that when we follow up with Jackie CR, the AI probably is not going to just play 2 pills with Jazel. It'll probably play a few more, leaving us with the ability to, using Jackie CR, make sure that we get all of our pills that we need in order to get the pill star, and, of course, not enough life here either. Even with the Fury that we see here, there's absolutely nothing to worry about, because we will still have 6 life, which is exactly what you need in order to get the life star. So it really doesn't matter. It's just Fury for fun. Why not? Alright, and again, another easy win. So obviously there are two ways that you can play through these as well. The first is to try and get all 3 stars in one go, which obviously will make it much easier later. The problem is you have to play pretty crazy and understand not only how Kate plays, but have the right cards in order to counter whatever is being thrown at you, because you're going to need a clan probably with lots of damage on it, and when you've only got 25 stars, that can be a little bit more difficult. If I substitute out a few cards in here, for example, like if I have XXII instead of Jackie CR, maybe that would help me out, or a few other things. It looks like now, though, we're going up against Nabrissa, Yayoi CR, Deborah, and Clover, versus our Makra, Uranus, Jackie CR, and Jose Star. Thankfully, our Yayoi CR is only level 3 star, so she does not have that 6 damage that we need to seriously worry about. We also need to look out for Deborah's growth, because that can cause us quite a bit of a headache later. Why don't we just go ahead and ditch Uranus again in order to get rid of Clover. That will be nice, getting rid of that. You also know the AI will do that in order to set up Nabrissa. I see no reason for the AI to throw Yayoi CR just yet, but who knows, maybe Kate will go crazy far in with Yayoi CR. Nope. We see the same move that we saw earlier, which was Clover and 0 pills. Now, obviously, we need to be careful here because with the deck that I have right now, if you do not pair your Sacrom half, Uranus will not be able to beat Clover with 0 pills. You would need to play at least one more. Alright, so now we've got to look out for Nabrissa. Obviously, with that 9, that's a huge problem. But not a big deal. We don't want to waste, well, I guess, honestly, I was going to say we don't want to waste our Makra, but Nabrissa knows that Jackie CR is available, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to see almost any pills on Nabrissa. So I'd much rather throw Makra, because Makra's not going to be able to do anything to Deborah except for potentially reduce. Well, you know, I think that does make it safer, because when we lead, we need to think about how we're going to deal with Deborah, and we either want to ensure the win with Makra or cut off all the damage with Jackie CR. So it is better to just throw Jose Star here, even if our opponent does do 4 damage to us, which I don't think it will. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a 0 pill. Yep. Again, the reason this is a 0 pill is not because Nabrissa is bad, or they don't think that, that Kate doesn't know how to play Nabrissa. It's because the AI is trying to bait you into playing Jackie CR. Because it really wants Jackie CR out of the way in order to be able to monopolize fully on Deborah. And so here what we want to do is we want to look at Deborah here with the 8 is going to go down to 6. So we will be able to win pill for sure. Yayoi CR would be the worst matchup against Makra. We've still got that 8, which means that we can afford to have 12. So I'm going to go ahead and play 1 pill on Jackie CR. Either see a crazy pill play by Deborah in order to try and stop this, knowing that the opponent will have lost, or we will see like a 0 pill on Yayoi CR, thinking, maybe he has played quite a few and we can come in for the win with Deborah. Nope, we do not see the Deborah save the saved amount of pills for Deborah. Probably most likely because even a Fury would not allow enough in order for the opponent to truly win, especially if I went for a KO there, or went for the Fury. And so now it's nothing but just mopping up. And again, we pick up 2 stars. Excellent. Let's move into, what is that, stage 7? So we are now on to 8. Still have both of our red dragons. This is the way it really should be, because there shouldn't be that much that you need to worry about on stage 1, hopefully, unless they've upped the difficulty because it's now free. We have Clara, Clover, Diana, and Lena versus Makra, Murray, Jose Star, and Salzburg. Obviously, this is the point where it really starts to get difficult here from 8 on, because you're going to be outstarred by quite a bit. Because the AI has this fun tactic of having stacked decks with like a bunch of 1-star or 2-star cards to quote-unquote justify the 25-star versus 25-star limit, and you will almost always see them. So we're going to throw Salzburg, and we've already got Clover here. So we might actually see a few pills here on Clover. Nope. Alright, that's fine. I will still happily take my 1 damage. Again, key thing here is don't lose your cool, guys. Make sure you've got that attack manipulation, because if you've got attack manipulation, most of the time Kate will not play any pills if Kate thinks it cannot win by just playing 1 more pill. If you only had, say, 8 attack manip and 6 power card versus, you know, Diana here, then we might have some trouble. That is one of the things we need to look at here as well. We have Diana and Lena, and a very unhappy child that thinks I've played poorly. Well, I guess the real thing here we're going to do is we're going to play Jose Star, because playing Jose Star is going to result in a very large pill play by one of these cards. My guess would probably be Diana, and then we're going to have to hope that the Pussycats player has gone in so far that we are easily able to win both of the next rounds. We see Clara. And, oh, that's about the worst thing we could have hoped for at this point, because now we have to definitely win both of the next 2 rounds. And so we need to figure out which of these cards is really the one that is attacking. And I think in general, if you are unsure, you have to look at the 2 cards and say which one is the stronger one. The stronger one is usually a bluff, and I would say right now Diana is the stronger card, so I am guessing Diana is a bluff. And so I am going to act as though Diana's a bluff. I've never seen Kate go halfway in with pills. And there you have it. So Diana was indeed the stronger card. Usually if you want to guess which card is the stronger card, you want to look at the amount of damage and then is it somewhat a viable amount of power. Obviously Lena here is also a trap. If we had saved Makra, there's no power or damage manipulation, so we would have been in quite a bit of trouble. Lena's going to be able to hit 80 here, so we'll be able to get the pills and everything else that we need. 2 stars, so thankfully we have averted danger for this round 8. Alright, so we're going to come away with 2 more stars here. We got the Life Star and the Pill Star. Head back one more time. Just 2 more and we've still got both of our red dragons, which is fantastic because sometimes level 9 and 10 can be a huge pain depending on your draw versus their draw. It looks like we do have a strong draw on our half, which is excellent, and they did not get their 5 star, so that's even better. We better make sure we monopolize on this. We got Clover, Mina, Roxy, and Yayoi CR versus Grax, Makra, Jackie CR, and Jose Star. Leading with Jackie here is absolutely excellent because you know you're not going to see Clover, probably not going to see Mina. We'll get that Roxy again with 0 pills. So since we have seen that that was the general play from last time, we can assume that it's the same because the AI does not learn from itself. The AI is going to play pretty much the same way every single time when given the same circumstances. And so here, since Mina will not be able to compromise, since Clover can be better used elsewhere, oh, we do see Clover. That is actually quite surprising for me. But you know what? I'm not going to complain because I would much rather get rid of that DR. That makes it much easier to do damage with my other cards. And here we have Roxy. Again, obviously the opponent knowing that, oh, I bet I know. So I bet the reason that Clover was played is because of our Grax. Because Clover is the card that will be most affected by Grax, and so the opponent, the AI, was actually most worried about Grax's -5 damage here. Now we have Roxy. The AI knows or assumes that I will not play Grax, but we do have Makra here. We do have Jose Star. Makra would reduce Roxy to 6 and would need 2 pills to get over. Jose Star will do the exact same thing, so I'm going to play Jose Star because just in case Roxy has been played with a few pills, I don't want to lose Makra's damage, even though we could come away a little bit ahead otherwise. Alright, excellent. So again, it's another feint by the AI to try and make you play more pills. Again, I've said this for pretty much all of them. You just got to keep your cool when you're playing against the AI and not freak out and think that the AI is going to, try and destroy you with every remaining ounce of breath that it has. And so we pretty much already won this match, so I think we can pretty much say goodbye to our opponent. The reason here again being, even if he throws Mina, there's no way. His best move here is Yayoi CR, which then means that he's probably only going to get 4 damage, which is not enough to win, so he'll probably Fury, and he will go all in with Yayoi CR, and even if he doesn't, even if he only plays a few, oh, here's Mina! Okay, Mina, so they're going for the heal instead. Alright, so you're a little bit off. Even with the heal, it does not matter whatsoever, and thankfully, they have played more than enough pills in order to allow us to save the number of pills that we needed. So we really only need 9, even less because of the -8 that we will also be getting. So let's just go ahead and throw our 9 as well. Pick up our 2 stars again for this round. Alright, and let's move into our final match. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go ahead and refresh again, just to make sure that there's no lag as you guys watch this last match. Alright, well here we go. We are looking at our last match now, and then we'll go back and clean up the stars later, and I'll just film the end. I'm not going to show you all of my individual matches like before. I don't really think there's any real point in that, unless you guys write something down below like, hey, I really want to see that Xonia, then alright, fine, I'll go ahead and do that. We've got Charlie, Lucy, Muse, and Sarah M1, so we are going against a lot of the big hitters here. And then we have our Grax, Jackie, Salzburg, and Zatman, which is absolutely amazing. Charlie here being thrown first, again, probably just a feint trying to get me to worry about all of that damage that Charlie has. I think instead it also might be a feint because it wants me to not throw Grax in case of Sarah, and perhaps also wanting me to throw Jackie in order to free up the potential damage of Muse. So I think instead of losing all of Zatman and all that we have there, I'm going to go ahead and throw Salzburg, because Salzburg will mean at least 2 pills. We will get 2 damage as well, meaning it will only be 4 at max, and of course there is the 0 pill play as expected. The main thing we want to avoid here is letting Sarah M1 have enough attack manipulation to actually win the last round. And we also want to prevent Muse from being able to do too much damage. And so the real question here is, can I beat Sarah M1 in the last round with either of my cards other than Jackie CR? And the answer is yes, I can win with Zatman, so I do not need to play Zatman this round. I can go ahead and throw Jackie with 0 pills and still have more than enough pills with Zatman in order to counter Sarah if Sarah is followed up. If Sarah M1 is played this round, it will not be with a few pills. I do not think that the AI actually has the cojones for that, shall we say, and so what I'm expecting here is either a 0 pill Lucy in order to DR or a 0 pill Muse. And there's the Lucy, because Muse could still potentially be beneficial at some point, but of course, since Jackie CR has that SOA as well, it's very easy to get that extra 4 damage. We've now done 5 damage, which is fantastic, and we have Grax with his -5 damage, meaning Sarah would only be able to get a maximum of 4 damage with Fury. And so here we've got Muse instead, and instead of trying to fight Sarah, I think we can go ahead and just beat Muse this round with more than enough. Even if Muse goes all in, that would be what? 7 times 13 is 91, minus 14 is 87, 77. So we can indeed beat them with this, and no matter what, Sarah M1 will not be able to win, so we'll walk away with our 2 stars, and that is more than enough for me, and we have now beaten the normal version of Season 2 Arcade. And after this, it's pretty much just mopping up whatever stars you did not get. I'll probably build a La Junta deck or something and go through and just kind of plow through everything that we need. Nothing that Sarah M1 can do versus the mighty -5 DR of Grax. We are just very fortunate with our draw here at the end, and making sure that you don't freak out when you see a card like Charlie played first and think that Charlie is going to get you into a lot of trouble when obviously they want to save it for another card later. So, with that, I believe this ends Season 2 Headquarters number 1 normal. I will work on the hardcore in a bit. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, please leave me a comment down below if you enjoyed this. Let's see what our prizes are. Sorry, hold on. Awesome, you finished the first season, tried to beat the hardcore mode now, and gather all the stars in order to unlock the ultimate reward. Of course I will. And we get 2,000 clints and 20 tokens. Wow, that is a lot of tokens. That is awesome. So the prize is still absolutely fantastic. Excellent. I am very pleased with that. I think that I was a little worried about what the prizes would be. We'll figure out what the prizes are for the other stuff later. But for now, that is certainly more than enough. So again, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you really liked it, don't forget to share it with your friends. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more of my Urban Rivals videos. This is Xonia, and you've been in the zone.